And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Sherard Show. I am your host, Sherard, having a fabulous time on this Tuesday afternoon. I'm in Hollywood. I don't know if you saw the last segment, but if you did not see it, you missed a treat, having a wonderful Gloria Henry on the Sherard Show, as well as a beautiful Sherry Payne from the Supremes, talking about their careers, as well as just their friendship. 50 years of knowing each other, and most people can't even stay friends 50 days, but they've stayed friends 50 years and accomplished so much. Just kudos to them. So if you all are just thinking about, how am I going to be able to make it, just understand and look at their lives, and you can be able to see that they've done humongous things that has inspired not only just me, but a world around them for many, many years. And the Sherard Show is also brought to you by the Sherard Show Candy Bar. You definitely want to get a bite of this candy bar. It has dark chocolate, caramel, raisins, chopped Snickers, and ginger snaps. I designed it myself. This is Sherard Show. You can get a taste of the Sherard Show every time you bite into it. And also by purchasing the candy bar on my Facebook page or on Twitter, you can also get a free ticket to come to the launch party that is this Saturday, April 8th. You definitely want to come. I'll be doing autographs, music, fun, a great time as well. Well, the Sherard Show keeps rolling on. I have a beautiful young lady to my right. She is she's a spokesperson. She's a social media expert. She's an actress and a dancer. And she stopped by the Sherard Show to give me some more insight as well as motivation as a celebrity television host. And she's here to my right. Give it up for Mrs. Rachel Townsend. Welcome to the Sherard Show, young lady. How are you?
Thank you. I'm excellent. I'm so happy to be here.
I'm so glad that you were able to make it out of your busy schedule. Now, we're talking about today about overcoming the odds, making it against all odds. Mm-hmm. Everybody has a story, and I'm sure that you didn't just walk into success. So what is your story, Rachel?
Well, success, it's very interesting that you should ask that. I got laid off, and that is what started it, if you ask me.
Laid off from where?
I got laid off from a job that I had in corporate America, and I'd been around at the company for about 10 years, and I really want to shout out to anybody who has been laid off or is currently in layoffs. Welcome to your new beginning, because it gets really exciting. And what happened to me was I remember saying, this is my year. This was the day that I got laid off, by the way. I said, this is my year, and you know what? My first order of business is to get out of this job. And 4 hours later, I was laid off.
Wait a minute. Are you serious? So you thought that in your mind and that happened? Okay, now.
No, I didn't think it in my mind. I spoke it out loud to a woman standing next to me named Andrea. So it was so weird that when I came downstairs and told her that I was leaving the company, she started laughing like you just
did.
I spoke it out, and it was so.
Now, wait, Rachel, let's hold on for 1 second. Now, what was it that you were doing in corporate America?
Well, I was working at GSN, which is a great company. Mm-hmm. And what happened was I started out as a screener. Mm-hmm. So what I would do is I would watch these old game shows, and believe it or not, they didn't have the same ethics as we do now on television. So sometimes those old style game show hosts would say creepy things that weren't appropriate for this day and age. Wow. So I would screen these before they went to air to make sure that they were on the up and up. Mm-hmm. That's how I started.
Now, did it feel like you were in a rut?
Yep.
Oh, okay. All right. So
I'm watching game shows from 5 p.m. to 2 a.m. Mm-hmm. That was my schedule. And then I moved on in other places in the company.
Okay. So now, that was the best thing that ever happened to you being laid off?
Yes, it was the best thing that ever happened to me. I'm smiling and laughing thinking about it now that I got laid off. Because I wasn't, it's something sometimes we dream about and think about, but I'll never forget that I actually said it out loud. I said it on the premises, and hours later, I was laid off.
Now, a lot of people are watching right now saying, she's happy she got laid off. Boy, that better not happen to me, man, because I'd shoot the place up. Okay, but so now, so it happened to you, all right, and so you got home. Now, did you have money saved? Did you have a severance package or anything like that?
Yes, and here's what happened was when I came home and I told my husband, he started laughing. He said, yeah, that's just what we need, right? And he just started laughing. And he said that because I guess I was just joking and being silly most of the time with him, and I was smiling. And I said, can you help me get the rest of my stuff out of the car? And he's like, yeah, sure. And I did get a severance package. It was lovely. I was very well taken care of.
Oh,
they
good.
took very good care of me. But what's next.
So when you decided to do what's next, so the next morning, you maybe gave yourself a couple days, and then that Monday or whatever it was, you decided, okay, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. So what was it that you decided on doing?
Well, my husband said, don't go look for a job too quickly, because once you get it, you're just going to,
go back into it.
Right.
Yes.
So I took my son, and we took some time, and we traveled. We went to the beach. We explored this beautiful state of California,
it's
which
beautiful.
is
Yes,
beautiful.
absolutely.
And then I got a call out of the blue from a celebrity that I had worked with, saying, will you be on my team, please? We're getting ready to launch this big show. And I was like, it was like 2 weeks after I got laid off.
And that was for dancing?
Actually, no, this was for social media.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay. So
this was for social media, which, by the way, this is a great station. I love that this is all social and online and streaming. This is
I
beautiful.
appreciate that. I appreciate that. I really enjoy having fabulous guests that just keeps it going. And then these remedial hosting classes really are paying off. No, but seriously. So now, how many years ago was this that happened where you got laid off?
I'd say this was about 8 years ago.
Okay, 8 years ago. So now, from 8 years to now, somebody's filling your spot where you were,
Yes.
and now you're doing absolutely what you love. Is that right?
I am. First of all, I got to find out who I was. And I said, I want to just love what I'm doing. And it wasn't that I hated what I was doing there. Matter of fact, I learned a lesson. You know what happens when you're an entrepreneur? You know when you run out of toner? Nobody goes out and gets you more and puts it in your printer for you. You actually have to do that yourself.
You're absolutely right.
And there's nobody answering my phone for me anymore. There's nobody coming to fix the computer when it goes down. I have to actually handle that business myself. So I can't say that it wasn't a blessing to work where I was working, but I can say I started to really get to know what it meant to pay the cost to be the boss.
Wow, that's fun. That's funny. Now we got to get right to it because I know it's a lot. We got little time left in the show, but let me just ask you now. First of all, you are a spokesperson now.
Yes.
Tell us about the company that you work for. I was very delightful to meet the owner of it. So tell us a little bit about what you do.
You met Robert Miller, right?
Yes,
That's
fabulous
right.
gentleman, Robert. Hello, if you're watching the show. Can't wait to meet you in person.
Yes, I am the spokesperson for the Black American History Channel. And I also do their digital. And so Robert and I met in a happenstance way. And what happened was I've been tracing my family tree for a long time. And I used to call myself an accidental documentarian because I filmed my looking. I was just trying to remember everything, and I wound up making a documentary.
Wow.
And Robert and I got to talking about this, and he told me about the Black American History Channel, because Black American history is American history, and it's a history that involves all nationalities, including Black people.
That is correct. So you're a spokesperson for it. You do you travel around kind of sharing about it. And
Absolutely.
That's wonderful. Now it's kind of interesting because very ironic that we're talking about this because today is the 49th anniversary of the assassination of Martin Luther King. So God rest his soul. It's very interesting. But the amazing thing about it is that we're at a very interesting and pivotal point, especially as Black people, because as Gloria was mentioning in the last segment, there was no Black people doing any modeling or being chosen for modeling, and she was like one of the few doing that.
Yeah.
And you being a spokesperson, for Black history, that is just really, really awesome in terms of what you do. So what kind of advice can you give someone who's inspired by your words, but just do not have it in them to make that leap like you?
To keep nurturing that thing that you love. Don't ever keep doing something about it every day. Do a little dancing, or read a book, or practice a monologue if you're an actor, because we got to pay the bills. It's true, and some of us are at a corporate America job.
That's right.
But keep doing, and keep your circle full of people who will inspire you and believe in your dream and build you up.
No haters.
And some haters are disguised as well-meaning friends.
Yeah, that's right, but they don't mean well. And then, it's like I say, there's always that person that like, you can't do it. Then the minute you do it, I knew you could do it.
Right.
None of that. But now, Gloria, I'm sorry, Rachel, really quick now, you're tell everybody where they can reach you on Facebook.
They can reach me at Mobile Social on Facebook, and I'm One Mobile Social on Twitter and One Mobile Social Rachel on Instagram.
Well, the great thing about it is that you're going to get more from Rachel because we're for the Sherard Show Candy Bar Release Affair that's coming up on April 8th. She's going to be there as well with us, as well as all those who are invited to come on out. So you definitely don't want to miss this. And we're going to have more of an interview with Gloria about her career because these women are just so powerful. They're so wonderful to talk about. One segment does not do them any justice. So you definitely want to stay tuned to having them back on the show again. Rachel, thanks for stopping by the Sherard Show. But we're going to be talking more on the red carpet on this coming Saturday. In the meantime, I'm Sherard. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay blessed. Come on out to the event. And remember, Jesus loves you, and so do I. See you next week.